How have computers, the internet, and digital storage transformed the production, distribution, and consumption of print, auditory, and visual media? Look at all the stuff now that we have. Everything that you can read is virtually online. Versus when we were kids, it was all in libraries and books and magazines. Um, you take, for example, the newspaper. If you look at this example here that I have, you have the Times Colonist. It's all online. You click the links instead of flip through the pages to the certain sections. You just click on the sections. You got a latest news sort of ticker on the top. And the other thing that people don't realize is they have the options of adding advertisement. So if you look on the right hand side there, there's something about Sport Check, free shipping on putters, and obviously my computer knows that I've researched golf, so they've got the cookies in there, and then they've got the ad of golf, and then they have weekly flyer deals for grocery shopping and stuff. I've looked up like Thrifty's weekly deals and stuff, so they've obviously got that in my cookies and my internet, so they have the ability to put up advertisements to my liking. I was going to pull up an article on golf on Bob Bertella, what I was doing on my e-portfolio, and if you look, they've integrated in on the right hand side some of the instructors that Golf Digest obviously pay to do articles, and they showcase them on Twitter. So you're able to put in some social media. Also, if you look, there's more advertisements on the right-hand side. The other thing that a lot of these articles and stuff do is they have forms on the bottom where you can reply to what you've read. So you can put down your opinion, what you think, what you don't like, etc., etc. The other thing too is that with some of the articles that you can sort of read online nowadays, lots of them have like auditory and visual enhancements, such as you click on the link, it might show a quick video. You might be able to hit a play button, and the media might talk to you versus you just reading it. You might be able to see some enhancements on, some special effects on like the video, and some special effects on the what you're looking at. So yeah, it's the internet's 100% changed. That TED article by Lessig or whatever his last name was. He had one statement that was awesome, and it was, "Kids are different than us. Technology has changed them. We need to learn to adapt." And I totally agree. Everything now is online. It's so much more convenient, and that is why it's virtually all changed. What are the implications for the ownership of knowledge and ideas? If you put something online, such as a video or such as music or such as an article of some sort, it can be remixed or it can be copyrighted quite easily. And then you also have to watch out that you're not copywriting somebody else's ideas, because they're always out there. So, and you got to be prepared that your video could go viral, or your article could be shared on Facebook or Twitter. Things can spread pretty quickly in the digital age with social media and just basically being online. The article, or the TED article by Lessig again, he was talking about, if you can share this stuff for free online, you're bringing back creativity with the new generation. So the kids can remix it, or kids can reuse your content. I guess in some way you're putting it online anyways, so you're hoping that a lot of people read it. And if it's free and it's accessible, like they say, then it can spread a lot faster, and that's the way your works can get recognized in today's world. If you're trying to revive the read and the write culture, like Lessig says as well, you're kind of doing it for the love and not necessarily for the money. If you're going to put something, an idea or a song or an article or anything, online, you kind of got to own it, but you kind of also have to accept that uh, it can be shared for free, remixed, reused in some form. Like they talk about YouTube being, basically copywriting. Everything's a copyright law infringement nowadays. So, what is the law? Is the law what it is now, or does it have to be changed? So, yeah, I think that the implications are, basically you just have to own what you're putting up, and you have to expect that your work can be recreated or reused. I'm going to quickly touch upon my last statement here on my personal statement and how I understand and interpret the nature of my e-portfolio intellectual property. And I have my e-portfolio up online, and I have it available to the public. I expect that people will share it with others, and I hope that it'll do two things. One, I hope it makes people more aware of the topic that I'm trying to shed light on, and people are very they want to learn these kind of things. If it interests them, hopefully they'll want to learn more, which is exactly what you want to do with the field of study that you're trying to, I guess, teach. You want to make it more known, so you have more available resources and you have more research on it, not necessarily through you, but through others as well. If people share it, I guess there's always that possibility they can share it online and share it like with a remix, or share it on Facebook or Twitter, or however they decide to share it. But if you look at what Lessig talks about in his TED article, there is that they want two changes to happen. Content can be used more freely. Is that if you want to bring back the read and write culture to how they wanted it to be in the past, you want the artist and the creator to choose their work to be more available and to be available freely. So that's always important. So if you have stuff online and it's free and people can use it and redistribute it, and that's one way your work's going to get distributed around the fastest, and that's the best way that people are going to want to look at your stuff. And then the other thing is businesses building out to embrace this opportunity so that they can this content can grow. You want to develop the creativity. So artist choice is the key for new technology, and I think that's also very important. You're going to recreate and revive the rewrite culture. That's what you need to do. It has to be done. It has to be recreated through digital technologies, because in today's society, kids are basically, they're different than how they were back then. Kids nowadays, they're kind of born into this technology era, and that's what they want. So they want it online, they want it fast, they want it now. It's there at their fingertips, and basically, the tools of creativity has become tools of speech, and that's how this generation nowadays is going to speak and how they think. So, if you put it online, that's important because that's how it's going to get out the fastest. And also, if you're going to want it to spread, I think that's also the other thing that you want to have. You want it to spread that way as well. The last thing I want to touch upon is, I think the CC search engine is very genius, and I love at the bottom the Creative Commons, how he talks about how it's not a search engine, but it's access to other independent organizations that are all search engines. So he's created this website where you can plug in what you want into the search, and then you can pick what independent organization you want to search the content with, and then he assumes that you have all the things in the independent organization sites are legit and CC'd. They have the CC license, and it's all verified work. So that's a pretty cool feature. And if if you put in my e-portfolio into that, maybe it comes into YouTube or Flickr or Google Images or whatever. It doesn't matter. Then that's a good way to spread it around a lot faster. So That would be kind of neat to see it on that site. I'm going to say one lasting comment here for sharing your work and what needs to happen. You can't just say it. You have to get the people to say it to each other. That's a quote from James Farley, who's the CMO of Ford. And if you see there's Twitter, Google, RSS feed, Facebook, WhatsApp, a bunch of other stuff, YouTube, etc. So that's the way to get the word around. And this is a pretty powerful quote. Thank you for listening and watching.